Borough Council on January 7th, 2025, and published in the Morris Newsbeat and Daily Record, and by posting as such resolution on the bulletin board in Borough Hall, all the above actions being in accordance with NJSA 10:4-6 at said. Roll call, please.
Mayor Karr.
Present.
Mr. Cortez.
Present.
Mr. Verga. Mr. Houston.
Present.
Mr. Ivey.
Present.
Mr. Pontier.
Present.
Ms. Verga.
Present.
And just for the record, Mr. Broom, Councilman Broom is out of state and will not be with us tonight. I have one thing for conference. April 5th, I believe, is the date that we're going to do a stream cleanup. And if people remember or have been around for a while back, I think it was 2015 or so, maybe a little earlier, we did a one day, one school at the borough school, where contractors and various municipalities came together to beautify the school, do plantings, take some old plantings out, and really do a nice job. So April 5th, we're going to be doing the same sort of thing in collaboration with Hanover Township, Morristown, Morris Plains, and Florham Park, the respective mayors and the respective DPWs, OEMs, and volunteers, along with companies that do tree work and tree removal out of these areas. And we'll be doing a large stretch of stream area that's been impacted by fallen trees and a lot of debris in it from Grannis over to Central Avenue. So Sue, you'll be a beneficiary of one of these over there, so you know a lot of that debris is in the brook back there, so that's where that will be going. I think the time is like 8:30 to 4:30. So it's a big event, and there'll be a lot of contractors. We'll get the police involved and whatnot. Same type of thing that we did over here, be construction equipment and stuff like that. So I do say volunteers, but this is primarily volunteers with experience at this sort of thing, so that it's not, nobody gets injured. But I do want to just make everybody aware of that. That's the only thing I have right now, Mr. Cortez.
I don't have too much for this part, Mayor.
Okay, Mike?
Yes, I do have one question regarding the budget. I was requesting to see if we were able to receive a budget summary sheet that I heard is typically given on the second night. That way, when we're reviewing all the line items tomorrow night, we have an idea of where the budget currently sits as far as expenditures and shortfall property tax.
I think that's in in that book that you did receive. It gives the previous year.
It does have the previous year, but I was curious if we have a deficit, what the property tax impact would be. So that way we have an idea of what we're going into.
We'll talk offline, but I'm sure you can get that from me, no problem.
Okay, I thought, Nancy, were you able to get that from me? I think we talked about that earlier this
No.
week. So when we talked about within the budget committee, we did kind of agree that it would be nice to have that ahead of time. That way we have.
So I did talk about that with Nancy, and I hope she filled in her committee on the conversation that we had about that as well. And so did you fill in your committee? Or?
That you do it in 2 meetings and.
Yeah,
I
she
told-
doesn't have all the information at this point. She does have some of that information, but not all of it. I know today she just received some more information.
Okay.
So any information that she would give prior to probably would not be accurate. She can give you, what happened last year, but not everything is available as of now.
All right, fair enough.
To give you, but
Okay.
whatever you're specifically looking for, if she can give it to you, she has no problem giving it to you. You haven't been here before, but each line item is discussed going through the budget, and any questions that you have can be asked at that time, whether she has the information for that specific question at the time or not. And she'll explain almost anything in that line item that you need to know to make an educated decision, for sure.
To that end, I left you because I had asked her for more detail on the pool budget, some backup, so I gave everybody a copy of that to you too, Mayor, on the
Yeah,
backup.
sure.
Okay, so that's another piece of information.
That it, Mike?
Yes, that's it. Okay.
I just wanted to bring up, Chris Shea wanted me to bring up, I think he had spoken with Bill as well about the possibility of the changing the ordinance for the inspection of the apartments. in town, like when they turn over, there's a change of tenancy or occupancy, and how now they're not inspected, and how, you know,
Yeah,
exploring.
so Chris did, I did talk to Chris about
Option.
that. It is one of the ordinance, I mentioned last meeting, there's a number of ordinances
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
looking into.
right,
So
good.
you're, as part of the ordinance committee with me and Art, you and I and Art will go through all that, but it is on the.
Yeah,
the
you just
agenda.
wanted me to bring it to people's
Yeah.
attention, and, I thought it was at least worth the discussion, because I think between like the Highlands and Signature Place, it's, you know, it's a lot of apartments, it could not only keep the town safer, but potentially generate a nice chunk of revenue as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we'll definitely, I'm gonna set up a committee meeting for the three of us to go through all the
Cool,
ordinances.
Great,
Hopefully to do that sometime this month, and that's definitely on the docket there, so.
perfect,
sure.
yeah, again, I said I'd kind of start the conversation.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's it
great.
for conference, so, thank you, Mayor.
Bring it
Bill?
up. Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you for this. So I do have, everybody got the copy of this municipal engagement form. So the Housing Alliance of Morris County is holding this forum on Thursday, March 20th. Provides information and funding and partnerships to assist municipalities in developing affordable housing. Obviously, as that's a hot topic right now, I think it makes sense to go. It does say that the suggested attendees are mayors, town council members, planners, engineers. I did send it out to the Affordable Housing Committee. I know that Liz Lahaney plans on going, Mike Caravaglia, as the head of the planning board, is interested. Dave Schultz declined.
Yeah, I've
Um,
spoken to them, they're not gonna go.
Okay.
They feel like it's premature. The person that handles our affordable is here now, on this panel, who's HQN Properties. They manage our affordable and built the affordable housing, here in Morris Plains.
Okay,
But, I mean, listen, if you wanna go, but there's really no reason to go for right now.
well, it's a forum. I'd like to go just to be.
If you wanna
informed.
go, you can go ahead and go, I don't have a problem, but
I mean, and I think,
I think it's more of a sales pitch from these people, and
Okay.
you're more than welcome to go, and
Okay.
it's, yeah.
and I
Just
think.
my opinion, though.
No, I appreciate that. I do think that it would make sense for Mike as the head of the planning board to go and,
I talked to Mike yesterday, and
okay. I mean, there's nothing precluding him from going.
there is nothing.
Okay.
from
All right.
going, but he was having it on, anyway, but he was having it on, and
Okay.
haven't decided not
Well,
to.
In my conversations with him, I did think he expressed interest in going, so I'll pass the message on and see if he wants to come. So we'll, so thank you. We'll sign up for that. And then, only other question I had, I did see in the grant list that there is a Sustainable New Jersey grant that could be used to treat invasive species. I guess we use that last year for the goats over at Community Park.
We didn't use it,
No.
we said we could use it for that. We didn't use it.
Oh, we didn't use
Not-
it for it,
No,
okay.
that was not grant money for that.
Okay.
That was our.
Yeah, that was just buildings and grounds
But
or
the-
something.
But I think what he says here is that this Sustainable New Jersey grant could be used for something like that.
Mhm.
And I mean, I think it's a good idea. I don't know if we wanted to, I think he was looking for direction on
Who?
whether or not.
Steve Welch.
Steve, thank you, yes. So, I don't know, I think it's a good idea that,
Just fired, you have to find out what the requirements are.
Sure.
If it's, you know, we have to chip in or
Right.
not, whatever, because these were, I think it was $1,600 for a month or something for that, so I don't,
okay.
it may not be worth it, but it may be worth it, if you can get a larger chunk out of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the very least, I'll,
And see if there's a match, that sort of thing.
yeah, I can reach out to Steve and, ask for more information, so,
Yeah.
okay. That's all I had for
I
comments.
agree, I'd like to pursue that, at least to see if it's
If
beneficial.
it's beneficial, absolutely, if it's not, then, gotta look at it.
I think beautification had some other thoughts about some other invasive plants and stuff, so,
Look into
maybe
it.
if we can do something.
Look into it.
I'd love to see those goals.
The only thing I have for conference is, just an update that we're still trying to get together this advisory board for the farmer's market. We had like 6 or 7 people come forward, but they haven't really met as a group to kind of identify what the roles are gonna be for each one. Like, there's somebody who's gonna be, in charge of the vendor management, somebody's gonna be the volunteer coordinator, publicity, etc. So that meeting is supposed to happen next week, I'm not a member of that committee, but that meeting's supposed to happen next week. There's also gonna be a representative from downtown Morris Plains who would be working on, as a liaison, to try to get the businesses in Morris Plains engaged somehow in the market, or at least to offer them an opportunity to get engaged in the market. But the one thing I wanted to ask the council is, we would like to, or this group would like to get your permission to request additional sponsors for the market. We currently have Provident Bank. I don't know if they're still on board this year. That outreach, I think, still has to happen.
They
are?
reached out, yep, they reached out to
Okay,
them.
I didn't wanna say if it was confirmed or not, but that money typically goes towards paying for the bathroom facilities. So, we only have a $500 budget from the town for the farmer's market, but wanted to make sure that we had funding for the entertainment, because they're looking to have different types of entertainment. I think the face painter was kind of expensive, but maybe we can get kids to do that, so we're gonna try to get a little more creative. But even last year, they did National Watermelon Day, they had prizes, I think that went out of somebody's pocket to do that, so just to get a little more funding for some of these special events, to see if somebody wants to sponsor those.
Who are the perspectives on the committee?
I don't have the whole list here, but like, I can tell you that people have raised their hand, and that is, so far, we had, Joe Belomo, Jessica Williams, Angela Lewis, Heather Buchma, Rosaria DeNova, and, somebody from downtown Morris Plains, she still wants to know what the requirements are before she raises her hand. And, a former council member checking with the boss before he makes a commitment to help us too. So, that's where we're at.
Good job, Nathan.
Okay.
Check it.
So are we on time, we're behind, where are we
I
at
think-
now?
Joan has all the vendor contact info, so until we have a manager take that over from her, she's been doing all the follow-up, right, with people who are reaching out.
Inquiring
Yeah.
already.
The people who are reaching out to us, we're getting follow-up on, but, there's other people that we still have to, new people that we're looking to pursue and get the paperwork in, so that's, we're kind of on track, I'd say.
Mhm. Yeah, I updated the applications this week.
Yeah.
Yep, we're on track.
I just wanted to see if it's okay,
Thank you.
we don't wanna like hit businesses hard, but just,
So, I mean, we do hit businesses for a lot of stuff here in town.
yeah, it wouldn't be a
And,
hard sell type of thing.
No, I know, but it's just, you have the sports people, you have volunteer stuff, you have cookie this, you have, just,
I know,
it's a lot, and other organizations hit the businesses up, also, so, just have to keep that in mind.
I agree.
So,
We have to
there's a
be
lot,
careful.
so maybe larger ones.
Maybe one or two additional sponsors will be
If
it.
the smaller businesses are gonna be involved with the market, maybe, start with some of the larger ones in town, and,
Yeah.
maybe, we have a bank that sponsors it, something along those lines,
Right.
maybe.
That makes sense.
But the small ones really do get hit up a lot for a
I
lot
agree.
of stuff in town,
Okay.
so, and it's hard for any of them to say no, they all wanna be a part of it, and it's good, but, maybe a little at a time, people can ease into that.
Yeah.
If they see, what's going on the department, so.
Okay,
You have insurance companies, you have, other stuff.
sounds
I mean,
good.
the parade takes a lot of their businesses as well, so.
Yeah, true. Okay, thank
It's a
you.
lot, that's all.
Yeah, I agree. You're right.
And that's all I have. We do have a need for an executive session, John or Sal?
The one that's, okay.
I don't know what number it is.
Resolution number 2025-49. Be resolved by the Borough Council of the Borough of Morris Plains on the 6th day of March 2025. The mayor and Borough Council shall meet in executive session from which the public shall be excluded to discuss matters as permitted pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12 subsections.
B7 and B8.
The time the matter is discussed pursuant to paragraph 1 therefore can be disclosed to the public is as soon as practicable after the final resolution of the aforesaid matter. The clerk certify it.
No, is there a second? Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The ayes have it. We'll be in executive, we may come back sooner, but no later than 8:30, we'll be back in session. Gary, can you just step out for a few minutes, we'll get a couple of things done, and then we'll ask you to come back in.